So today is a very special day. It's a very sacred day in the Celtic calendar. Today is Bealtaine Eve. And Bealtaine starts, it begins, the celebrations begin as the sun goes down. So the 1st of May heralds the month of Bealtaine. Here in Ireland, of course, it's a very ancient celebration, and it ties in with the other 3 celebrations that mark the seasonal changes, beginning with Samhain. That's when the actual year begins, followed by Imach, followed by Bealtaine, and then Lunasa. So I'm down here at the beautiful Bluebell Woods, which is just a few miles from where I live. The bluebells, of course, are all in full bloom. The birds are singing. You can actually see and smell and touch and feel Bealtaine. The joy rises from the earth. The animals feel it. The birds sense it. This is their mating time, the birthing time. The great birthing is underway. You can see it in the leaves that have come out. Even just over the past few days, all these beautiful leaves on what is the green beach have suddenly just opened up. Nature is at her best because she's rising. Look at the ferns growing out from this tree. Here in Ireland there is so much abundance. There's so much fertility and life. It just cannot be stopped. So why did the Celts obsess so much over the seasons and the changes? Well, it's very simple. Even the word that we use for this isle is a feminine word. It's Ireland. And Ireland belongs to the 3 goddesses. This culture, this goddess culture celebrated the earth, celebrated Mother Earth, and what we often refer to as the divine feminine. The fact that we hold these festivals so close to our hearts, and that there is such a resurgence of these festivals and their meaning and their importance to how we live, bears testament to the goddess culture. And there's a few pointers which are worth pondering on when it comes to understanding this festival, this celebration of the beginning of summer. The mere fact that here in Ireland we still have a very matriarchal society where the woman holds a greater level of importance than in many other cultures bears testament excuse me, to that thread that is coming down directly from our ancestors. And even though this is quite early in the morning here, there are families out in the Bluebell Woods celebrating this wonderful time in the Celtic calendar. It's a time of life. It's a time of resurgence, renewal, hope, family, ancestors. And that thread that pulls it all together. So it's been raining here overnight, and yet the sun is shining through. There's this warmth in the air. There's an enormous amount of, how should I describe it? Joy, but it's more than just joy coming up from the earth as I walk through these bluebell woods. It's connections. I feel connected. And that's another important aspect of these festivals. It's feeling connected. We are here because our ancestors survived. They didn't just survive though, they thrived. And in these times, which can seem very precarious to us, the idea that any of us can thrive is held in some sort of wonderment. But thrive they did. And the more connected you are to the earth, the more you will thrive. Because that essence of well-being comes from connection. And it comes from knowing that regardless of how stupidly we behave towards our great mother, that she comes back every Bealtaine. I was recently in Florence on holiday, a place I wanted to go to for years, and I've posted some videos up here on my YouTube channel. One of the aspects of being in Florence was, again, coming face to face with that powerful energy of Mother Earth. The river that flows through Florence, you see, was like a green similar to the leaves here. It was polluted. An opaque green. You could not see into the water. The transparency was lost. And yet, during the pandemic, when tourism was virtually at zero, the river returned. The water cleaned itself, was able to clear itself, and the fish returned to the river. Isn't that amazing? It didn't take a lifetime. It took a mere 2 years or less. That's how powerful she is. So fear not the future. Celebrate the present. Recognize the past. And join me in this joyful celebration of hope, renewal, resurgence, heritage, ancestry. And remember, as we always do on these festivals, that we are here because our ancestors survived and thrived. Blessings to you all on this beautiful, beautiful Bealtaine Eve.